Good afternoon everyone, welcome to Virtual FMR. My name is Clive Finnimore. Tonight we are running on Zwift and it's 5 at 5 with Clive. I had two headphones in there. I don't normally do that. I can't understand why it was so loud. That's much better. I usually only wear one headphone, so if we're taking part in like a long marathon run, you can, if one runs out, you can swap over to the other one. Now that doesn't happen very often on the treadmill anymore, but that was the habit that I had from about 2022. It's probably why I can't hear in this ear, but this one's fine. And this earbud runs out really quick, and that one there lasts forever, because I always use the right-hand earbud. Anyway, what time is it? 40 seconds to go to 5 o'clock. We will start running at 10 kilometers per hour. 30-minute 5k, nice recovery run after yesterday's outdoor event. Trevornick 10k down near Newquay in Cornwall. The video for that run goes live in 20 seconds on the Cornish runner channel. So yeah, if you want to see what the route is like and what I got up to yesterday, check out the Cornish runner channel, and in the playlists, Cornish Grand Prix, you will see the Trevornick 10k. Right, let's get the treadmill moving. 4 seconds to go, 10 kilometers per hour. There it is, 10 kilometers per hour. I've got Jonathan Perkin in the event with me tonight. And Parnini. Welcome along. 3 of us here, 5 at 5. Nice steady recovery run for me this evening. 14.5 degrees centigrade here in the Cornish garage tonight. 32% humidity. Heart rate already at 106. And there's a lot of cobwebs above the telly, attached to the telly, to the light behind, which I've just noticed. They're a new addition since the last time I was in here. Good evening, Jonathan Perkin. Good evening to Tina, Anthony Anderson, and myself in the chat on Virtual FMR live stream. Anthony says hello. Tina says hello, peeps. Jonathan says good evening. Nice easy recovery. Went quite hard for a half marathon yesterday, but paced it well. Well done, Jonathan, yesterday for your half marathon distance, buddy. Was that self-torture, or was it an outdoor event? Hello, Mr. Haywood, says Tina. Paul Haywood is in the run with us. Hello, Paul. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tina says, great work, Jonathan, with your marathon yesterday. I think the elastic's gone in my shorts. There's an old pair of shorts I've got on tonight. One of my first ever pair I bought when I started running 6 or 7 years ago. The elastics finally failed, but hopefully it won't be a complete failure during the live stream. Anthony says, hello, Paul. Jonathan says he ran Gatwick. Part of the course went right past the runway. Nice one. Well done. Well done, buddy. Sounds like you were happy with your performance. I was the same yesterday with my Trevornick 10. I was going at about 85% effort, I think. Something like that. Started right at the back with the rest of the gang, and then worked my way up through the crowd, slowly through the run, finishing at about 46 minutes 50 seconds, something like that at the end. Actually 2.5 minutes slower than when I did it back in 2021. However, back in 2021, I probably went out all guns blazing. I probably went for it big time. Well, yesterday I started at the back and just kept it. Solid effort, but not too crazy. So I was happy with that. It was a nice day. Weather was good. And as you'll see from my video that's just gone live, on the Cornish running channel. At the beginning, they announced watch out for the adders on the course today, which was a bit of a scary moment. I didn't see any. I didn't hear of anyone seeing any. They probably were out, and after the first few runners ran by, they probably scuttled off into the grasses and didn't come out again until it went quiet. Paul Haywood says it added spice. Yes, snaky spice. So here we are approaching half a kilometre in, 4.5 to go. Paul, Jonathan and Panini are in a little group here. Or should I say we are in a little group, and then he's about 45 seconds away. Tina says a bit like my Jurassic run yesterday. Yes! Tina sent us a few pictures of her run outdoors yesterday. And that first one, I was trying to work out whether that bike was your bike that you used to get there, or whether it was debris left over from an attack. And then when you posted the second picture of everyone coming down the gully, or whatever it is, it looked quite Jurassic to me. Paul agreed with me. So yeah, everything's feeling okay actually. I'm not feeling too tired. The legs don't feel heavy. No aches, no pains, no niggles. All a good sign. We could carry on this week as usual. 5 at 5 tonight, out with the local Lou Running Pub Club tomorrow. And then of course Wednesday's track night for us here on Zwift at 5 PM, where we meet on the Mayfield track. Won't do any workout you want, it's not an organised event. We just meet at 5 PM on the Mayfield track. We have a suggested workout which usually people join in with, or you can do your own thing. But we'll be live streaming that as well. Thursday I'm back out with Run Club, and then Friday the FMR host a Bag That Badge, which is badges you can unlock within Zwift for various routes. So if you're looking for those badges, check that out. I'm sometimes there, depends on how I feel, how hard the week's been at work. Last week was a pretty tough week at work last week. Lots of digging trenches and laying turf and carrying slabs. So by Friday I was absolutely battered. And because I knew I had a run event on the weekend, I also skipped Park Run. By the way, well done to Tina for running Frogmorey Green Park Run's new route on Saturday. Was it alright, Tina? Did you enjoy it? Is it much different, or is it just like one little bit is rerouted? Jonathan said his legs were also feeling okay after his marathon distance yesterday. My limit is definitely aerobic at the moment. Need to do more fresh hoed sessions. Well, today is all about recovery run. Taking it nice and easy. Tina says Frogmorey Green Farm Park Run, it's very different, but I like it. So all those old course records you've got, Tina, are no longer relevant. There's a new route now. Here we go then, Jonathan and Paul. 1 kilometre in, 4 to go, 7 minutes elapsed. Yeah, Paul says Sebastian needs to do it again then. So Sebastian hasn't run the Frogmorey Green Farm route. Now it's gone, the old one. You'll have to fly over and join us next weekend. The cost of fuel at the moment, he probably can't even get a flight. Tina says it's rougher ground, more undulating, but no serious hills. Sounds fun, Tina. Sounds like my kind of park run. What was the overall feeling, Tina, from all your friends and regular park runners of Frogmorey Green? Did they all like it? Were there anybody moaning that it was not as good, or did they think it was better? Even split, Tina says, 50-50. That's usually the way it goes, isn't it? The run I did yesterday, actually, the Trevornic 10K, the start, for some reason they didn't tell us why, was different to how it is in previous years. They started us off and finished us in the same field this year when normally used to start a couple fields over. No idea why. It's on the middle of a holiday park, so Trevornic Holiday Park. Maybe the holiday park owners asked them to move it because there was something going on. Paul's asking, why is the Frogmorey Green Park Run a new route? New owners, Paul, I know that. Somebody new bought the farm, so maybe it's something to do with what they put in what field. Maybe they've routed it round the field with a big bad bull in. Tina says the contractors ploughed up parts of the old route as it's on a farm. Let's drop some ride-ons to the runners around me, all two of them. Everyone's having a rest on Monday, look, after the weekend running. It's a slowly build into the weekend at Monday. We like to do a nice 5k recovery run now here on Zwift. Start the week off nice and relaxed, and then slowly build it as the week goes on, ending up with park run or an outdoor event on the weekend. One of my son Oliver's friends has just started his running career, or his running journey. We took him to park run last weekend and he loved it. He'd been running for a few weeks prior to that, and now he's signing up for his first Cornish Grand Prix race, Aggie 5, a 5-miler, which I think is the next one we're doing towards the end of June. Before that now, and the next race for me outdoors is the Classic Quarter, which is a 50-mile ultra run on the Cornish coast path, second week of June. So that's the next one coming up for me, and Oliver's joining me for his first ultra. So he was very sensible yesterday because he's got a foot injury. He ran yesterday's run, very disciplined, kept it nice and steady for once. He allowed me to beat him. I had to take most of the opportunity, didn't I? He had an injury, he ran it comfortable, so I went out. But yeah, he was very disciplined yesterday. He wants to turn up at the start line for the Classic Quarter in 3 weeks' time with no injury. He'll deal with the fitness on the day. I told him we'll just take it nice and steady. The goal will be to get to the finish line, walk the hills, walk the steps, stay fueled and hydrated, and just get to the finish line. That is the goal. No time. Obviously we want to beat the cut-off, but no time in mind. Paul says my last Monday class are doing their GCSEs so I can leave early and make this run. Thank you for joining us, Paul. Tina says that's great news, Paul. So good luck to all those students doing their GCSEs. Is it their GCSEs or is it a class teaching them how to pass the GCSEs? GCSEs are in June, July, aren't they? Tina says, ChatGPT has given me a running schedule to deal with my injuries. So it's now only 3 runs a week. No consecutive days. Sounds right. Run a day, rest a day, run a day, rest a day. If you do that, you do feel like you are full of energy. Us crazy fools who run every day, always feel knackered, especially if you've got to go to work as well. And I do notice it actually in a park run. If I do bag that badge, when I do park run on the Saturday morning, it is about 30 seconds slower and it feels harder. If I have a rest night on a Friday night and I go to park run on Saturday morning, it's much more enjoyable and more doable. So it does help to have the rest days. That's why usually I have a rest day on a Sunday, unless I'm in training for something when I do a long run on a Sunday morning. However, we have got an ultra coming up in 3 weeks and we're not doing any long run training. So Oliver's injured and I'm not doing any long run training, so let's see how it goes on the day. I think it's going to be tough. Paul says that sounds good, Tina. Oh, Jonathan's got a dumpy arriving tomorrow. He's got a big bulk bag arriving tomorrow. A ton of something for his shed base. Going to be getting some cross training in. So Jonathan's going to be knackered this week. Transporting all that out of the dumpy bag. What is it, hardcore? Are you just putting down sort of concrete mix, or are you actually mixing a solid base? At work the other day, we had to dig up about 5 to 6 ton of rough sand, which was underneath like a pea shingle on someone's front lawn, because now they've decided they want turf again. Well, originally they had turf. They dug it all up, put down sand and stone, and now they want the turf back. So we spent all of last week digging up 5 ton of sand, and now we've got to put down this week about 4 or 5 ton of topsoil and then re-turf it. It definitely takes it out of you, Jonathan. You'll get to Friday, you'll be absolutely battered. I bet you don't run bag that badge on Friday. You'll be joining me, not in the same house or sofa, but you'll be crashed out after work on Friday. On a Friday, I get home full intention to run at 5, but then my body almost goes into like, it's the end of the week, relax. It's either that or the weather's really nice and you go out and cut the grass, so you get it done before the weekend. This weekend I cut all the grass yesterday actually. After the 10k, I came home and cut the paddock with the ride-on lawnmower, cut the grass in the front lawn with the push around, and did the strimming. Yesterday after the 10k. I slept well last night. Paul's asking, is it a wooden shed? Jonathan says 9 pillars for a 3x3-ish wooden shed. Is that 3 meters by 3 meters? 9 by 9 feet? Oh no, Tina says it's just started raining where she lives in Somerset. It looks like, actually, outside it's gone very grey and cold, and the wind has picked up a little bit here. I think it's supposed to be okay today and tomorrow, but there is rain coming later in the week. Anthony says you should be doing no mow May. I can't do that, Anthony. The grass dies, it goes yellow when you cut it after it's too long. You get tufts everywhere, don't you, if you don't cut it regularly? And then when you do cut it, you get like patches everywhere. Paul says his grass seed is doing well now. Must be watering it regularly. We've had a bit of a dry spell the last couple of weeks, haven't we? Talking about your grass doing well, actually at work, we planted a load of potatoes about 2.5 weeks ago. And I noticed today, after the weekend, I popped down there today, and all the little potato shoots are coming up all over the place. So it's taken about 2.5 weeks for them to break the surface. So all the spuds are doing well. We've got Charlottes and What are the other ones? Oh, I can't remember. The Charlotte potatoes growing, which we actually thought had shriveled up and died. So we dug a trench and chucked them in it anyway. And they're all coming up. Name some potato types, Tina. I do know what the other ones are, but I've forgotten. If you mention it, I'll remember. Paul says, my dad has potatoes. Dog went mad and started digging them all up. It's funny you mentioned that, because when we planted them a couple of weeks back, the day after we planted them, I checked on them, and about 6 or 7 have been pulled out the ground and pecked. So I presume it was the birds came down and had a go. But it's funny, after that first day, they never did it again. They obviously saw the soil was disturbed and thought they'd come and have a look, see what was happening. Three kilometres in, 2 to go, 11 minutes, 40 seconds left to go. Heart rate currently 125 for me, so that's roughly where it usually is. Maybe slightly elevated at 125, but that could be expected after yesterday's run. Tina says, King Edwards, Morris Pipers are the only ones I can think of. I don't think it's them. It's not King Edwards, definitely. It could be Morris Pipers. But it's definitely Charlotte's. Charlotte's are the ones that you eat when they're not new potatoes, baby potatoes, got soft skins. Really good for boiling. Well, the other ones are more like for roasting and mashing and peeling. I know that because last year I thought I'd boil a few and I boiled the wrong ones. And it was like chewing tough old leather. Paul says, remember when they were 10p a bag? At Christmas, this lady filled up a deep trolley with just potatoes. She'd had absolutely loads of them. There you go, Tina says Charlotte's are salad potatoes. That's why they were so nice, Tina. Probably for potato salad, isn't it? With mayonnaise and spring onions. Do you know how much a 25 kilo bag of potatoes is now? One of the big brown sacks. £25 here in Cornwall at the moment for a sack of spuds. I remember when you used to see them on the side of the road at the back of someone's van for a £5. Jonathan says he loves a bit of potato salad. Got to have finely sliced spring onions in there, Jonathan. Plenty of seasoning. Paprika sprinkled on top with a bit of chopped fresh parsley. Paul says, what? What, the price of spuds, Paul? £25. Spudtastic. Absolutely crazy, isn't it? Tina says, I'm so fussy about potatoes. I only cook certain meals with certain potatoes. Spud's a spud, isn't it, Tina? I keep them in the airing cupboard next to me dirty trainers. Tina says, no! All spuds are not equal. Anthony says he's having potato salad tonight with his ham salad. Coleslaw, Anthony, homemade, white cabbage, onion, carrot. Mayonnaise, of course, salt and pepper. And some people even put poppy seeds in. Paul Hayward's having sweet potato tonight. As a side dish or as the main meal, Paul? Do you have it like a jacket potato with a filling, chili or something? Tina had potato salad with her lunch. Anthony's got shop bought coleslaw tonight. And Paul's got his sweet potato as a side dish. What's the main meal? I have no idea what it is tonight. I had a sandwich for lunch today. Cheese coleslaw and salad sandwich. And the coleslaw was homemade. Unfortunately, it was just a box standard sliced white bread. No fancy bread or baguette. Tina's currently eating cheese and beetroot sandwich. Don't tell Lucy, my wife. She's obsessed with beetroot. She's not even pregnant. Well, I hope not anyway. Last year at work we grew beetroots. This year when we were weeding the garden, they were all still there, and I brought home about 10. And we've been eating beetroot here in large quantities for about 4 or 5 weeks now, to the extent it even changes your wee colour. Yeah, Tina says beetroot is a superfood. That's very true. Yes, it is. Paul Haywood says he ran away from primary school because they made him eat beetroot. Pink poo, says Tina. Pink poo? Pink wee? Jonathan says roast chicken for us tonight. Had some veggies that needed using up. I think we might actually have roast chicken tonight. We cooked it yesterday and put it in the fridge. So it'd probably be cold meat type salad, pastery, potato type thing. Something like that. Runners like beetroot juice, says Anthony. Less than a kilometre to go for us in the run tonight. 5.5 minutes left to go. Heart rate 123. 25 minutes and 45 seconds have passed. Well done everyone in our little group here tonight. Paul and Jonathan, thank you for joining us. Parini. Thank you for joining us tonight in game. Really appreciate your company. Nice relaxed recovery run tonight. Paul says the smell of beetroot puts him off. Pickled beetroot is quite potent, isn't it? But we just boil it and have it as it is. We don't pickle it. Tina only likes it pickled. Paul says now beetroot cake is a different story. I had some of that the other day at work actually. They brought one in. You can't taste the beetroot in the beetroot cake, can you? So yeah, everyone, beetroot is a superfood. Get your beetroot in now, but don't be shocked when you go to the toilet. Oh yeah, Anthony says, how are your XP bars, everyone? So, as we have accumulated XP, our XP bars going up faster than someone that hasn't got accumulated XP. I presume it is. I'm approaching about quarter of the way along now. So what with this, track night on Wednesday, and possibly bag that badge on Friday, depending on how lazy we are after a week at work. We might get the old XP bar moving. Tina says her XP bar is flagging. Might have to walk on a treadmill on a rest days. Mine is at the bottom, says Paul. Just past the dot of 10. I think Anthony's doing quite well actually. I think Anthony, you're about halfway. Paul saying, do we get an uplift today? I tell you what, the craziest thing is, Mr. C, if you're out there, Mr. C's XP bar is beating us, I think, as he's running during the day when we're all at work. Yep, Anthony's got halfway along level 30. Well done, Anthony. Remember in the old days when new levels come out, we'd all be running 2 or 3 times a day. Back in the day when I worked from home, I could run lunchtimes, afternoons and evenings, trying to get those XP points in and work our way up through the levels. We used to call it bonkers, didn't we? Unlocking the t-shirts and the socks and the hats. Those were the days, says Paul. Back down the COVID end of the decade. How are you, Mr. C? Drop us a comment in the comments below. Say hello if you're out there listening live. Tina says that all seems so long ago. It does now, doesn't it? 6 years ago. 6 years ago, Tina. All that happened. Anthony says, does Mr. Steele still knows what a treadmill looks like? He's just got a new one, Anthony. I wonder what make it is. I wonder if it's a Wahoo or a Zwift. Or it's Noble Pro, or is the Technogym still alive? Tina's just confirming, yes, he has a new treadmill. Comments below, Stephen, comments below. What make is it? Come on. We know you're out there. Anyway, back to tonight's run. We've got just over 100 metres left to go to 5k. Well done to Jonathan and Paul and Parnini who have joined me tonight in game. Thank you to everyone in chat for your conversation. It always makes the run go much smoother and quicker. I'm feeling okay after my 10k race yesterday. Jonathan's feeling okay after his half marathon race yesterday. Well done, John, the phone, and Clive. John, the phone. I think that's voice to text Jonathan. John to phone. Well done, gang, says Tina. And there it is. FMR 5 at 5 with Clive. Complete. And I feel alright, so that's good. Right, everyone. Good running all, says Anthony. Thank you for joining us. I'll probably join the track for a walk on Wednesday. Good to have you, Tina. As we said before, track night, Wednesday nights at 5 p.m. is a free run. We just join the Mayfield track 5 p.m. and just do our own thing. Join the suggested workout, or do any other workout, or just come for a walk, or join us on Virtual FMR for a chat. Everyone's welcome. Great run to start the week off, says Paul. Yes, it was, wasn't it? Anyway, Cornish Runner channel on YouTube. My race video from yesterday is now live, so check that one out if you have time. Drop us a comment, say hello. Appreciate all the support on there. Jonathan says, thanks, gang. It's been a while. It has been, but we're all back here now. It gets a bit more difficult in the summer, doesn't it? Because we all like to get outside a bit more. We all have training plans to abide to. So if you could join us once or twice a week, that's fantastic. I go outside now on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm usually knackered on Fridays, but I try to make it Mondays and Wednesdays until the winter comes back, and then we all get back in the garages again. Anthony says, Tina, don't tell ChatGPT that you are joining us on Wednesday for a walk on the track. Jonathan's going to join us on Wednesday, not sure what yet. It doesn't matter, just come and join us anyway, whatever it is. Right then, let's save this run. It's nice to see the XP bar moving again. Just got to try and find the cursor. There it is. we go, saving the run. And there we go then. If that's it, there's that strange screen look we get at the beginning of the week. Well done everyone. Thank you for chatting on Virtual FMR. I will see you again on Wednesday at 5 PM. Until then, stay safe and take care. We'll see you next time. Cheers everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.